Hello, everybody, and Happy New Year. Today is going to be a wonderful year, or this year is going to be a wonderful year. Today, I am going to be doing another book review. But first, let me introduce myself. I realized in my last video I didn't, and so today I will be introducing myself. My name is Heather. I am a wife and a homeschool mom of 2 children. I have been homeschooling for a little over 3 years, or this is my 3rd year, so we're coming to the end of our 3rd year. I decided to do some book reviews because I found that a lot of moms ask for book reviews for their kids and for themselves as well, and so I decided to put some book reviews on YouTube to help moms find things that they're looking for. So today I am going to be reviewing the book The Green Ember, and it is honestly, the whole series honestly has become one of my absolute favorite series that I've read in a very, very long time. It'll be going on my bookshelf once I get it finished. I will be painting it and decorating it and making it just a special little place so it's not so boring, and I can get rid of this ugly brown color that is in here. But yes, I am excited to get through, and I talk with my hands a lot, so sorry in advance, and I hope you enjoy the book reviews as much as I do. I would love for you to join in the comments and talk to me about it, because it's so much fun talking to people or talking with people about books that we've read. Okay, so let's get right on into it. The Green Ember is by S.D. Smith, and it is a chapter book. It is a story about a rabbit family, and it follows the siblings Heather and Pickett on an adventure after a event happens. They are thrown into this adventure, and they have to figure out or find who they are and overcome their fears and their pain and everything else that has happened to them, and so they can fight for what is right. And it's really such a good book. My thoughts on the series is that obviously I love this book. The trials and events that Heather and Pickett go through are hard and they're heartbreaking, but they encourage your kids that you can get through it. You can make it through it. You just have to keep putting one foot in front of the other. Both of them deal with the whole situation completely differently. They deal with the situation differently. Pickett becomes angry at his weaknesses and takes it out on one of their friends. And he just gets angry at his own weaknesses and sees that his friend has all the things that he's weak in. His friend is strong, he's a good fighter, he's courageous, and Pickett gets mad at him and takes out all of his anger on him. And when he finally overcomes that and finds himself, it is so beautiful. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. So I'm going to just skip on ahead to the way Heather deals with things. She outwardly seems like she's doing okay and even makes jokes and is smiling and laughing, but inwardly she is struggling. She is having a hard time finding where she is and finding where she belongs and who she is, and fighting the fears that she has on whether she is smart enough to do what she wants to, or if she'll be laughed at and not welcomed and turned away. So we have all of these things that are going on. She's the one that ends up putting the pieces together and figures out who the long lost prince is and who betrayed them, and her realization actually saves the prince's life. She also tells the story of what happened that day and becomes the herald of the cause. So you see both of them overcome things, and it is beautiful. The character development is amazing, and I loved it so much. I have a few of my favorite moments that I wanted to highlight, and the first is towards the beginning of the book, where they are talking to their father about their fears. And I will read you the quote that the father said to them. He said, "All of life is a battle against fear. We fight it on one front, and it sneaks around to our flank." He paused, looked kindly at her. "Yes, father, I understand. I regret many things I've done," he said, "but most of all, I regret those moments when I said to fear, 'You are my master.'" He suddenly looked terribly sad. And I thought that was so true. Absolutely true. I have things that I'm afraid of, and it is one of those things where we all regret that if we let fear take control of ourselves, I definitely regret that more than anything. It is one of those moments you can relate to, and it pulls at your heartstrings, and it makes you see that everybody has things that they're afraid of and fail at overcoming at times and make the wrong decisions, and they regret it in the end. This is a spoiler, so if you don't want to listen to this spoiler, you can click the timestamp to skip ahead at the end of the spoiler. So let's get into it. Okay, my other favorite moment is when Helmer accepts Pickett. Pickett, like I said, was angry and hated everybody, especially Smalls, who was their friend that helped save them at the beginning of the story. And Pickett has seen Helmer throughout the story, and he saw him fight and saw how strong he was, and went up to him and asked him to train him. And Helmer said, "No, absolutely not. Go away. Don't even talk to me." And Pickett actually calls him a coward and other names, and Helmer gets mad at him, and you see the lord of the village and Heather and another one of their friends. He sees them coming, and he gets upset that they have seen him fail again, and he's embarrassed and ashamed, and he gets angry, and he starts to leave. And whenever the Lord asked Pickett what was going on, Pickett said that Helmer was just showing him what to do. And I think in that moment, Helmer saw how much Pickett yearned to be stronger and yearned for help, and saw his shame and saw his hurt and his pain. And he said as Pickett started to leave with the others to escape his embarrassment, Helmer called out, "I accept you." And Pickett returned, "I am accepted." And he finally found where he belonged. And from that moment on, Helmer trained him to be a soldier, and it was beautiful. Okay. And spoilers. Those two were my favorite points or moments in those books. With Pickett, it was so beautiful, and then with Heather, listening to her father explain how he regretted giving into his fear and running away, and how relatable both of those moments are. I definitely recommend this book. I loved it so much, and so did my kids. We read the entire series, well, the main series. We haven't read the 4 offshoots, which we will in the future, and I will also give reviews on those as well. I definitely give this a 5 out of 5. So I am excited to do the rest of the reviews for the series. I will be going back and reading them before I do, simply because I have forgotten exactly what is in each book, because I've read all of them and it's been a while, and I want to make sure I only stick to the books. So it may be a little while before I come out with the next one. So I hope you guys enjoy this book as much as I do. If you've read it, let's talk about it in the comments. Try not to leave any spoilers. If you don't like it, let me know too. And I would love to know why you don't like it. And it's very interesting to me to see both point of views. So let's talk, and I will see you all next time.